Yeah.
Is the mic on? I hear a
Mine
little
is.
reverb.
Is it muted?
How's that?
Does that sound good? Oh, try it again. It just like
Testing.
testing.
I hear something.
Yeah.
There we go. All right, excellent. We have the highest production values of any presentation you will see today. That was the serious part. Okay. Okay, good afternoon. Welcome to our session on e-commerce in 2019. We are going to be your main presenters today. I'll let you introduce yourself, Jordy Isak, who is an e-commerce strategist.
Yeah, I've been with American Eagle for over 6 years now. Started out as an e-commerce project manager, kind of gone through a few different positions here, but right now I've kind of settled in as a strategist, working on projects still, planning out new projects, helping the sales world also. And then Mike Vasta.
Yes, I'm Mike Vasta. I'm a senior e-commerce project manager trying to shove a wire into his pocket. I've been with American Eagle about 2 years now, working exclusively on e-commerce, launched a couple dozen sites in that span of time, recognized some faces out there. And my background before this was actually academia. I have a PhD in classics, so if you want to talk about traveling in Greece or Rome or making proper life choices for a sustainable career, I'm your person. But it allows me to at least get called doctor when people are very frustrated with me here, saying, oh yeah, the doctor said do this. And today, we are going to need our 3 volunteers who have been elected, conscripted to come on down because we're going to play Your E-commerce.
All right, now,
Like I said, production values are the highest for this one. Okay, contestant number 1, if you would sit right here. Number 2 here. And contestant number 3, you can have this chair.
All right.
Get out of your guys' way. And we'll introduce this system that my wife's high school was foolish enough to allow me to bring to this. So, contestant number 1, if you will ring your buzzer.
Which one? This one?
That one.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, one over.
One over? Okay.
I'll unlock. There you go, if you'd ring. Perfect. And if you'd introduce yourself and your organization.
I'm James Wahlberg. I'm the IT manager at the American Orthopedic Foot and Ankle Society. So they're a subspecialty society for orthopedic surgeons that specialize in foot and ankle surgery.
And thank you for being willing to do this and not paying attention when Aaron must have asked for volunteers. And contestant number 2.
I'm Matthew Turpin. I'm with Kirby Risk Electrical Supply. So we're at Indiana, Ohio, Illinois.
Perfect. Thank you very much. And contestant number 3.
I'm Jeannie Crandall. I'm with the Lake County Forest Preserves.
great.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, guys, for participating. We'll move on to play a game in which we're going to test your wits. We're going to learn all about e-commerce trends in 2019, and we're going to win fabulous prizes. And for our champion today, we do have a brand new Hot Wheels car. Okay, we move on to our game board. Here is our game board. We have 3 categories. You know how to do this horrible hybrid of every game show you've ever heard of. If we had a wheel, we would throw it in as well. We'll have UX, buying and shipping, and customer service. There will be questions valuing from 200 to 500 because 100 is too easy and you guys are better than that. So we're going to go big with all of these. We'll also, if we run out of time, just kind of give you the content. This is also available. You'll be able to get the PowerPoint and be able to use this game. If you are training your children on how to play game shows, feel free to use this PowerPoint template. I taught off of this, so it works. Okay, and so we will begin our game.
Ladies first.
Yes. pick your category and
Customer
your dollar.
service for 300.
Perfect.
All right.
We'll click onto there.
Okay. This is yours.
This is,
Ready?
yes. Okay. This is the slowest month for B2C e-commerce. And remember, of course, your answer needs to be in the form of a question. You've got a 1 in 12 chance.
Is it my turn?
Yes, you get to go
Okay, I would
first.
say
Oh, any of you can ring in. It's
February, is the month February?
Close enough. Yes. Ding. Okay, and let's move on to show February. So, customer engagement. One of the most important things as we hit that post-holiday slump and everyone's bills come in and is horrified for the things that they bought is ensuring that they are sticking around, that they're remembering your brand, and they're continuing the purchase. And this goes for B2B as well as B2C. You don't want to let up on that. So, we want to engage customers. Listen to what they want to tell you. We want to start with things to engage them and buy more and get more. We know how it works in the pre-Amazon Prime days when you had that extra few dollars to get yourself in the free shipping, how easily we succumb to it. You can use that same leverage. Encourage customers to purchase more by offering them additional value. And you can include this not just at your basic B2C level of buy one, get one, but you can increase it for your B2B. If someone is going to be buying reoccurring supplies, offer them to purchase for the entire year at a single time, and then have a discount that goes through. Our next, reviews. And again, important to both markets. People trust reviews, and also important, machines trust reviews. So in order to have excellent SEO, as well as continue to build a community of trusted advisors, you want to have quality reviews. That means not just sitting on your hands and waiting for them to come in, but encouraging and soliciting those from customers, sending out marketing emails at a regular basis for purchases that have been happening. And you can target not just people who bought something last week using your automated system, but focus on your primary customers. If you're a large B2B supplier and you have someone who's purchasing your stuff every single time in reoccurring amounts, they know that they're getting a good quality product and they're going to be a voice of authority on this. Solicit, reach out, get extra things from there. The other thing you can add are things like refer a friend. You can offer promotions in order to help out someone on the B2C side, send over an additional coupon if they're linking, and you try use affiliate programs on your site in order to track those types of things. You can also let your community work for you in the sense of working on social. So ask for reviews, ask for social media posts. Don't be afraid. The worst thing that they're going to do is ignore it. And that isn't that bad. If you're getting successful results on it, you're going to see those things pay off immediately. Okay, our next question. So we're going to throw this open so that we can actually use our cool buzzers. But first, contestant number 3, so much closer to one of these luxurious brand new cars. So, we will open this up. The first person to buzz can pick the next question. And excellent. Contestant, after you.
Well, I did well then. We'll try customer service for 400.
Okay.
all right.
Getting all mic on this one. Perfect. So, in the TV show, Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, offered the following lifelines.
Ooh.
Contestant number 2.
Phone a friend. What is phone a friend?
Correct.
Woo.
I wasn't able to get the success horn queued up on my phone. Okay,
Very good.
so this kind of leads off where we left on the community engagement.
Just in case you...
We want to put your community to work. There will be candy for successful questions and things like that because we are down for straight up bribery, and I wanted an excuse to buy Halloween candy.
Yeah.
It's amazing what happens when you can convince work to give you a candy budget. Okay, so
not well he
put your
thought.
community to work.
Yep.
Your customers can do marketing for you. You can allow them to add pictures to their reviews, upload files. On the B2B side, if you're in a fashion industry, this is the easiest one that comes to mind. Using that product, wearing that outfit. If it's on a B2B side, you're in manufacturing. What are some things that were made using your components, the end result of what people can do? We can ask customers if the review was helpful to them. Not only is this going to allow you to promote certain reviews that are helpful and are out there, it creates an element of trust between the customer and yourself, because they're seeing, all right, other people are finding this helpful. I know this isn't just a robot who is writing this. We also can show authenticity for reviews by verifying the reviewer. Flipping that little checkbox that says only people who have purchased this item are allowed to submit a review is an excellent way to ensure that you're getting real results, and also to keep out those people letting you know their aunt made $700 a month last year working from home. Finally, offer quick, at-a-glance information that's relevant to the purchaser. Help them not to get through a lot of text if they don't want to. You can use powerful AI software that will pull out pull quotes, or allow people to give titles to their reviews. Just a brief couple-word thing there that pulls off the top. You'll get your quick hits from there. And this goes for both positive and negative. Now, when we talk about reviews, a lot of time we only want positive results, right? We just want the 5-star reviews. We want to go to the top. But if there is a negative review, especially from someone who is a consistent customer of yours, one of your high-value people who's very loyal, it's okay. Intervene, speak to them, ask how you can solve it. Now you're adding more trust to your brand, because they're seeing that you will rectify things when things go wrong, and you can offer that customer an opportunity to rewrite the review. Add in that little note that says, hey, the wrong thing was shipped to me. I reached out to customer service. They took care of it immediately. They're a wonderful company to work with. Okay. Also, this is a cool one that just came out from T Equipment. They have listened to expert highlights, audio reviews from people who are verified purchasers who've used these a whole bunch. It adds a little bit more, shows the willingness to engage, and provides you with additional content you can have on the site. Not just I copied and pasted this form, but they actually have audio associated with it, or video of somebody reviewing the product. Okay, we're going to switch up. Everyone get ready for your draw. I see you, you're ready on this. Okay, we'll open it up now. Oh, I have to unlock you. Wait, this is a marker. The exact same size and consistency of it, that's something. All right, unlocking now.
Ooh,
Number
quick
2,
Let's
yes.
go UX for 200.
You
All right.
100.
This Mickey Mouse creator said, you can design and create and build the most wonderful place in the world, but it takes people to make the dream a reality.
That's
Number 2.
Who's Walt Disney?
Correct. All right, so meaningful animation. Really what we want is for the animation on your site to serve a purpose. So does your parallax tell a story? Is your slideshow actually useful to the customers who are coming there? Your primary objective in this is to provide information to your customers and make them understand your site and relate to it and understand your products. If they're more comfortable here, they're going to stay longer and they're going to keep interacting with you. If you're not sure when you're talking about animation, or if you need to talk through it with someone else on your team, ask yourself these 7 questions. Is it useful? Is it usable? Is it findable, valuable, desirable, credible, and of course accessible, if you guys were in the last meeting.
Okay, we're about to unlock in 3, 2, 1. Contestant number 3.
Buying and shipping for 300.
Okay.
This device, which used to be tied to a wall with a cord, allows you to carry the entire internet in your pocket. Mike, you didn't unlock him.
I'm gonna unlock him in a second. Open this door. 3, 2, 1. That's number 1.
What is a smartphone?
Correct.
Yes.
Just a phone.
That's cool. Oh, this is the one that I broke. Sorry, guys. So research online, purchase offline. You guys are probably going to start hearing ROPO as an acronym a lot. So digital channels are starting to really dominate the beginning stages of the B2B journey. In 2017, we saw this number at 96% of people starting their journey there. Just last week, though, Forrester, an internet retailer, released new numbers, and we're now at a whopping 98% of people starting their journey there. It's not just in the B2B world, it's in the B2C world too. Customers, sorry, of course I have a number here somewhere. I think it's 82% of customers that search for an address, a local business online. 18% of those local searches lead to a sale within 24 hours. So, we're seeing that people are, finding their information online, going in, making their purchase there. There's also a lot of cool tools coming out to find that ROPO ratio. So basically you're tracking the in-store impact of your digital campaigns and investments. In the B2B world, go ahead and offer demos to get people to come in. So they might not be looking up an address necessarily, but maybe you can get them into the store or location so you can demo your product to them, and then maybe they're willing to make that purchase.
This also highlights the importance of having good content on your site, product descriptions, attributes, specifications, good imagery, so that someone, even like in a B2B situation where you have salespeople involved, they're able to do that initial legwork, and they want to see that you're maintaining and updating your site with all of that information. Okay, going to unlock in 3, 2, 1.
Ooh.
That's number 3.
Buying and shipping 400.
All right. When considering shipping, customers prefer this over fast.
Unlocking in 3, 2, 1. Remind me never getting a gunfight with you. Wow.
I know.
This is terrifying.
What is accuracy?
Contestants number 1 and 2 in 3, 2, 1.
Audible from the audience.
Free.
Yes.
Good work, guys. You've earned your candy today. All right.
Oh, did I break all of these?
Go home and not sleep with that. So, yeah. All right.
So a little more than half of consumers say free is more important to them than fast. Sorry for my terrible graphic here. It's pretty close, but free is definitely winning. Over on the far side of the screen, you can see that in most categories, except for baby products, people are willing to wait about 3 to 5 days. That's the sweet spot. Baby products, they seem to want them immediately, which I can kind of understand.
I have a small child, and yes, when you need those extra
diapers, right?
Yeah.
So people are willing to wait a little bit longer. So at least in the B2C world, we're always, saying, can you offer free shipping? That doesn't mean you have to do 1 day, 2 day. What can you do to engage those customers and make them purchase on your site as opposed to going to the evil giant? 24% of shoppers are ready to spend more to qualify for free shipping. So you can increase your average order value. Spend $99, spend $199, and get free shipping. In the B2B world, can you offer a pickup at a warehouse? Do you offer multiple warehouses? Just try and make things a little bit easier on them if you can. I know the free shipping isn't always great when you're shipping heavy machinery and stuff like that. So you kind of have to do what works for you.
Bulldozers, you'll probably still have.
Yeah.
The drones are not ready to deliver.
Right.
And this is something that we see enacting every single day on the project manager level. We'll have clients come in with very complex shipping rules and realize if I just roll that into the price and limit it now to a standard or limit it now to free and expedited, you're going to see an increase in conversions. Customers will prefer that simplicity and are entirely willing to pay that extra few dollars customers, as opposed to if they get to that shipping step. We know when we look at checkout flows, when someone sees too high of shipping, they will run away screaming. So being able to, even if you have to add on to the additional price, you're going to see a bigger turnaround in the conversions that are happening.
And if you can keep it simple, like don't confuse the customer, this category costs this and that, and now we're adding together, and they have no idea where they're at in terms of shipping. Anything you can do to simplify that. Again, I know in the B2B world, that's not the easiest thing.
Okay, unlocking. Oh, you're already loose because none of you could get free is that answer. Feel ashamed.
Are they marking off? Do you guys know?
It's changing the color. You should be able to see it on
Yep,
that screen.
I can't.
Oh, all right. Well, fine, Jordy. Criticize
Yep,
me
I have
some more.
no idea what's left, guys.
Okay, that's
but we'll
cool.
tell you if it's already been taken.
Right, you'll have recognized it. Okay, so we'll open in 3, 2, 1. Contestant number 2.
Have we done UX 400?
No.
Do that one.
All right. Taste, touch, sight, smell, and sound.
Opening in 3, 2, 1. Contestant number 1.
What are our senses?
Yes, correct.
Sorry. There we go. So in 2018, 2019, we really just want to give customers more ways to understand your products. We want to solve their problems. Don't just throw information at them, walk them through an experience. How would you shop for the same product? So on T equipment, here they're showing zoom 360, not just alternate images, but higher res images, more ways to view a product. On Komatsu, they're doing something really cool now on their product detail pages. Basically, there's multiple videos. They're a couple minutes long, but the users walked around the bulldozer in this situation. They're really shown, size comparisons, really understand the product. There's lots you can do. Now, not every product needs quite that much video on it, but the more you can make your customer aware of your product. B2C examples, size comparisons. On Rebecca Minkoff, here's this purse against a computer. You can see it up against a water bottle. You can see it against someone who's 5'5", if you need to. And so you understand how that product's going to fit into their life. Another example, I think this is Bellroy. They sell wallets. All right, well, how big is this wallet? Well, there it is up against the dollar bill. We all know how big a dollar bill is. So this is kind of like the low-tech version, not needing another tool. Take a picture of the item next to familiar everyday products if you can. And then there's things like a fit finder out there. We're seeing this. Nordstrom will predict the sizes based on your shopping habits. J.Crew and Madewell, they're using a tool like this one where you answer questions about your shopping history so that when you get to the product detail page, something can already be chosen for you. You're not having to make that extra click necessarily. I find it helpful. Not everyone will. And I can't really come up with a B2B application for that, so I'm not really going to try.
Yes. Okay, unlocking in 3, 2, 1. Contestant number 3.
AX for 500.
All right, yep.
Okay,
Yep, we're good on that one. We haven't done this one yet. All right. Having or showing a tendency to be quickly irritated or provoked, restlessly eager. This is our hardest question.
Yes. Unlocking. We'll throw it out to the audience.
Pretty close, yeah. So
pretty
what is
close.
impatient? But yeah. So performance. People, or at least I don't. I would assume the rest of you don't. Tell me if I'm wrong in speaking for you, but people have high expectations of how fast the site is loading for them, whether that's on desktop, tablet, or mobile. I know I just sit there and I work in this world and I'm like, come on, load, 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 load. So there's lots of different things you can do from a performance standpoint. I am not the biggest expert on this. We can get some more people for you, but a few quick hits. We can optimize your site so we're doing lazy loading. We're not loading all the images up at once. We're only loading those resources when they're needed. You can use a tool like webpagetest.org and run your site through that. There's lots of feedback it'll give you, but one thing you can do is see which images aren't optimized and optimize and replace. So that's things that are on your site currently, but make sure when you're adding new product images, general website images, that you're optimizing those as well. Your project manager or account manager can give you the instructions, or I can send them out later, on how to properly optimize an image. The other thing is, if you're not using a CDN, is anyone using a CDN in here? Does everyone else know what a CDN is? Okay, so it's a content delivery network. There's lots of powerful tools behind it. Again, not the expert, but learning some stuff here. But some of the cool stuff you can see in there is, you can see, I don't know if everyone can, yeah, maybe. All right, you can see who's visiting. So right now, a huge pie on this chart is bots. So we can see tons of bots are coming to the site. That's not a good thing. It's not good for our performance. We want to get rid of those. We can see what kind of threat types are coming. So here, we have about 8,000 suspected bots. Bot access control. There's just a lot going on the site. And you can set up rules to block bots, to block lots of things, but one of them is you can block bots. You can see then how your rules are performing. Do you need to optimize them at all? Adjust, add new rules, remove anything. And then this is kind of how easy it is. Do you need to block any countries? Lots of Russian bots, Chinese bots. Do you need to block that? Do you see that coming in? In the B2B world, I feel lately I've been seeing a lot of, I just got 30,000 new customer registrations or something from a Russian address. So you might want to do that. You can block certain URLs, you can block IPs, you can whitelist IPs, but it's going to give you a lot more control over kind of those analytics. A lot of your account managers know far more than I do. We work in partner, though, with Encapsula, and we have a whole server department that's really knowledgeable on this information, but we do want to make sure that your sites are loading really quickly. EJ is a great resource for
Yes. One of the things you'll want to do is look at your e-commerce platform. A lot of times they offer this built-in. BigCommerce, for example, is one that has access to a CDN that's powered by Akamai. Others that might be out there, Akamai, Amazon, AWS, Encapsula, as Jordy mentioned. And they provide a lot of services beyond just the images load faster because they're cached, like Jordy mentioned, in terms of adding additional security and analytics. We're finding more and more that this is no longer a nice to have, this is a must have. And so if you're not currently on a CDN, if you're still loading from the basics, it is worth talking to your account manager to see what options are out there and what might scale best for you in that solution.
And in this case, the site has been using an Encapsula for years, so you might be starting out with baby steps. From day one, you don't have to be using every part and parcel of the tool, so don't let it intimidate you.
Okay, opening up, I think we're almost reaching the point where we're going to have to go into lightning round as well, because they will kick us out of here at 3.
Okay, I have in the buying column 200, 500, and in the UX column 300 left.
Okay, so we're opening it up in 3, 2, 1. Contestant number 1.
UX for 300.
Okay.
Terminator 3, Rise of the Blink.
I gotta give that.
Oh,
to
sorry,
Norman.
I did it
He
too
was
early,
ready.
Mike. You kept
No, it's
talking.
okay. Yeah. Oh,
I went too early.
well done. The machines have betrayed us
If it
again.
helps, I already knew the answer.
I figured.
Yeah, right.
You guys seemed ready to go.
You've also made the mistake of seeing Terminator 3. I'm sorry.
It's okay if you watch Terminator 1 and Terminator 2 right before watching it. But that's
It's just like a palate cleanser.
yeah, it's like elevated.
And then Christian Bale shows up as John Connor later.
That's okay.
We're just going to change this into a breakout session on rating the Terminator movies, so you're welcome to stay for that. We're going to do a deep dive on a Criterion edition momentarily.
So machine learning is another term you guys are going to hear used a ton over the next few years. It could mean a lot of different things to a lot of different people. Also artificial intelligence. So if any of that comes up, today I have a specific use case I'm going to talk through. But customers, at least in the B2B world, they are starting their purchasing again online. They are using more sources to find this. They are spending a lot of time analyzing that purchase decision, and then they're buying from you. So if they've spent all this time leading up to it, we want to make sure they're coming back and buying from you again. One thing we did recently on pharmacy automation supplies is we implemented a really cool algorithm that tracks the purchase history of the client. So instead of just saying, okay, you purchased this last month, go ahead and purchase it again, we're saying, based on the fact that you did purchase this, we also know your depletion rate, and we're saying now you might need to buy this right now, or you might need to buy this pretty soon, like in about 14 days, based on that depletion rate. So you guys it can be easy, it can be much more complicated than that, but the idea is that people are spending all this time, they've already made that purchase from you once, let's get them back in there and doing it again. Don't let someone else steal that sale from you.
This is where you can also tie it in with we talked about with buy more, get more. Encourage customers from these that, hey, if you buy this now, we'll give you a discount, or if you want to set up a reoccurring subscription, where you're now looking at guaranteed income as opposed to just hoping that they remember that they need to get it from you later.
All right. Do you have any left?
I don't know.
I think you have 4 and 5 left.
Okay. So
Maybe.
we know we at least have one buying and shipping because my favorite question hasn't
We have number
yet.
200 under buying and shipping, 500, and then I think we have 4 and 5 over here, guys.
Okay, so we'll do 2 more questions before we have to go to our final question. Unlocking now.
Buying and shipping for 500.
Okay,
All right. Are you guys unlocked? Are you waiting?
no, we're good.
All right. Aw.
This is the one
Okay.
we're waiting for.
These lyrics were made famous by a 90s girl group. So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want.
This is why we did the whole presentation. So we're just going to let it linger for a moment. And we'll unlock in 3, 2, 1. Contestant number 1.
Who are the Spice Girls?
Excellent.
Correct. Normally I run away from karaoke, so. All right, subscriptions. Obviously, we all know we get hit up constantly. Subscription boxes are huge right now. Over the past 5 years, it's been increasing, 100% per year. But is the subscription model right for you? Possibly, possibly not. But what can we do? So 32% of shoppers are subscribing for a replenishment. So some of the stuff Mike went over, B2B customers, how can we bring them back? Kirby. You guys, I went over this with BJ, but basically your product groups, your reorders, make it easy for people to go back and repurchase the things they need, keep it organized for them. So in the My Account area, right? Okay, it's a quick reorder. They've already identified, in this product group or product category, these are the things I often buy. Just make it really easy for them to keep coming back for those purchases. 55% of subscribers are looking for a curated experience. So you might not be able to do a monthly box, but maybe there's something you can put together. These are our favorites or something like that. 10% of people are looking to subscribe for VIP access and perks. Is there something you can do with a free sample? Any kind of promos, rewards points? I I know most of you guys are B2B in here, so it's not always relevant.
Something else, depending on the limitations of your platform, like card vaulting and things like that, might be actually very difficult. You can still participate in the subscription model by doing an annual purchase. So you pay upfront for that large amount, something where essentially your product just says, we're going to do this, and then you set up your fulfillment software to remember to invoice it and handle it each time, but where you can still make it work within. There aren't necessarily barriers that say you immediately have to do an advanced custom solution to take advantage of this and get those guaranteed customers. Okay.
All right.
Go to our final selection. And of course, remember, this will be available, the home version will be downloadable very soon, as well as being available on YouTube. So we're unlocking in 3, 2, 1. Contestant number 3.
What do we have left?
Buying and shipping for 200 and customer service
There we
for
go.
4 and 5.
Customer service 500.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. This famous doctor wrote, "Today you are you. This is truer than true. There is no one alive that is youer than you." Unlocking in 3, 2, 1.
Who is Dr. Seuss?
Correct.
Excellent.
How many of these did I break?
What would you do, Jordan? Okay, so personalization. Tying into a lot of what we've talked about, you'll notice that there are overarching themes as if to hammer in an idea repeatedly so that you guys will see it. We see that personalization works. Amazon has 35% of their consumer purchases coming from personalized recommendations. And we see on the marketing side as well that personalized emails deliver 6 times higher transaction rates. Get it out of that Gmail filter where it shows up in the promotions and is moving into someone's priority regular inbox. Doing things where you are focused on them, utilizing simple things like customer name, hi, so-and-so, and also if you can tether it into based off of order history, not just so it seems like you might be out of this, but if you like this, you might be interested in this, this, and this, applicable to both the B2B and B2C world. What we like to do is suggest, because this is very much a growing thing, we're kind of trying to provide that what it feels like to go through with a salesman, even though you are online. So we advocate a crawl, walk, and run. So little things, you can change terminology to say things like your wish list or your collection, changing the customers also bought to you might also like, or you have often bought, that type of thing. Little tiny changes that you can make in order to encourage people that this is going to be specifically for them. Our walk level. Target the customer specifically. Show your recommendations based on your past purchases, your shipping destinations. Give special offers based on conditions. If somebody has bought this, this, and this, send them a marketing email that would offer 20% off, that would offer 10% off, buy one, get one for things that you know that they're regularly purchasing. And finally, a run. Implement a resource such as Dynamic Yield, which has many tools in their toolbox. An audience builder, multi-touch campaigns, predictive targeting, behavioral messaging. So that whole bit where you are tailoring it down to an individual. And so we see that there's different level steps from someone who's first getting their feet wet with this all the way up to we're at a gigantic enterprise level solution. We're ready to go full in on this. Okay.
There's just 2 left. Do we have time there to keep going?
He needed one more.
One more.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll do them real quick then, without just so we cover the topics you
You can
guys.
push the button still if you want. It's fine.
We'll just keep going. So mobile payments. Obviously, in the B2C world, we want customers being able to click real quickly on their phone, buy now. I get lost most of the time if I have to stand up and go get my credit card. You probably lost my sale. There's like 10 things between me and my purse. But if I can easily use Apple Pay or Amazon Pay, that's going to keep me going. I also switch from my desktop to my phone to actually make a purchase. I might be weird for doing that, but I do this. In the B2B world, how else can you make purchasing easier for your customers? Do you allow P cards? Do you allow punch out? Do you need to allow a way for one user to queue up an order for someone else to approve? What else can you add into that purchase experience to make it easier and quicker to keep people engaged on your site and not walk away? And I think this is the last one.
It's 200 is the last one left.
Sorry. Aw. I just messed this up.
No, you actually landed on the right one.
This one?
Yeah, you had it. Okay, it's a C-3PO joke. Next.
Let's just keep going. Okay.
So, chatbots. It's not just Smarter Child anymore. Delving deep into those fond memories of AIM. Customers want to interact with something, not just reading an FAQ page. 48% of them would rather go through a live chat than anything else. Don't put a delay on it. Provide me with this right now. 35% of consumers do want to see companies using chatbots. And 40% of them don't care who they're talking to. If the information is there, it doesn't matter that they're talking to a robot. So having chatbots for things like your frequently asked questions, what are shipping tiers, what are things like that? How do I check the status of my order? Basic questions that are now saving you money because they're not calling or interacting with a real person, means you can also then tailor it so that tier 2 stuff where someone intercedes, or someone intervenes to provide helping, are going to be more meaningful. You're going to result in happier customers who are getting problems solved and increased conversions because you're targeting them with that information. And finally, just as a little trend of it, a lot of us talk to robots daily already. People have Amazon Alexa in their home. I thought about saying certain keywords that would turn on all of your phones and have them start talking to me right now, but I don't want to do that. We've seen that thing where that little girl ordered a princess castle, and then everyone was able to order it off of TV automatically because it said, "Hi, name of robot, order this." So it's something that people are becoming more and more comfortable with each day, and so you don't need to be afraid to implement it, and can find that there's a lot of savings in terms of time that you're putting in on it.
And you can, again, take that crawl, walk, run approach. I mean, I think on Domino's, which I got made fun of for earlier, they can help you build a pizza with a chatbot. So there's obviously, that FAQ start up to some pretty intense stuff that you can do with chatbots. But people are comfortable with them and they're starting to look for them. Apparently we don't want to interact with people anymore.
No, yeah, people are terrible.
Okay, our final question.
All right, this one's really hard. This is the one time I got to use PowerPoint transitions, so I really kind of went nuts. Okay, so this company is your full-service web development design agency, a partner for life, and the only company that was willing to let Mike and Jordy do this for a very serious event. It was a joke that kept going and no one said no. So we will unlock in 3, 2...
Oh, come on.
Jordy's ruining it again.
We're out of time.
We're out of time anyways. It's Americaneagle.com. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you to our contestants for participating. You may select your brand new car from what we have here. We also have candy going around. And of course, if you want additional information or further questions, you can reach out to your account manager. You can talk to Jordy or us, or Jordy or myself, either via email or at the happy hour later this afternoon.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone.
Thanks, guys, for participating.
Thank you very much, guys.